allow me to worship Chukwukika Biama on behalf of the entire family listening right across the length and breadth of this very planet. All of you who are ordained, all of you who are destined to perform wonders, I welcome all of you. Now, I will present you to Chukwukika Biama in heaven. Therefore, our Father who resideth in heavens above, looking down upon the pain and the suffering of your children, as was foretold by those who has gone before us, that a day will come when the world will gang up, when all the children of darkness will congregate to prevail against your children. That time is now. We are in pain. We are in so much suffering that man cannot begin to comprehend it. We ask for your mercy. We ask for you to come and present and provide a way where there is none. We ask you, Chukwukika Biama, we came amaranime ndumuginime the Ipob ne beni ne di chiche ruwe beni ne owasoturu kide magi ne belagi bi krobaso ha upoti ne kendo ha okwaso sweli igwe. We call upon you this evening. The vultures are congregating, the saboteurs are rising up. We are beginning to identify them, and we are dealing with them. We ask you to give us the strength. We ask you for courage. We ask you for every ounce of determination and resoluteness. Make us as hard as steel, as only you can do. Baptize us in your word, in your knowledge, in your truthfulness, and in your strength. Make it impossible for our enemies to come close to us. Destroy them before they come very close. We will be tempted, of course. Our defenses will be tried without a shadow of a doubt. Sometimes there may be breaches, but in the end we prevail, because that is your word and that is your promise. This evening we hold on resolutely to that very command of yours. Your own spoken word. The word that you gave to your children when you said to them that they should not worship any idol, they should not bow before any graven image. We have made mistakes in our lives. We have bowed before European idols. We have done everything but worship you in truth and honesty. But now, having realized the errors of our ways, we present ourselves before you, that you may do with us as you please. So it was prayed thousands of years ago. That same prayer will re-echo, because we are nothing without you. We are nothing without you. We can have the best defenses in the whole world. We can procure the finest anti-jamming equipment available. But it is you that will defend your inheritance. You will defend Biafra. You know that we are honest and truthful people. You know that we preach this gospel in the knowledge that your children must be free in the land of the living, that they may go back and worship you in Zion as they have done thousands of years ago. This is our prayer now and always, because we are your children. You can't abandon us to the forces of evil and darkness. That is not your will, and it can never be. That is why today, tomorrow, and always, as you have called us to undertake this very monumental and epic task, as you have determined that your word must be preached in the land, that very land you gave to our ancestors thousands of years ago, so shall it be done in our lifetime. Allow us to be worthy to serve thee. Chukwu Biama, allow us to be considered worthy to serve you. You know we speak the truth. Our enemies are liars. They are cheats and they are killers. They are bloodthirsty bastards, all of them. All of them bar none. They have brought their lies to bear upon all their dealings. Their tongue is very spiteful. against those of them who are righteous before your sight. Please don't allow shame to befall your children. Don't allow shame to befall your name, because we answer your name, we bear your name. That is why today we make this very prayer in the sure knowledge that Biafra will be restored as your own kingdom upon the face of the earth. That you will be worshipped every blessed day of our lives, as our children will do, and so will their children. Until time everlasting we have prayed in your name. Ise, Ise, Ise.
We are here to ensure that the death of 3.5 million people is not forgotten. The reason why we exist is to ensure that their memory, that they can never ever be forgotten, that their memory will linger on forever, that as long as man walks this earth, this world will remember the 3.5 million people that they killed, men and women that did nothing, children that were innocent. Their only crime is to be blessed by God. That is the only crime they have committed. As those children were being slaughtered, as they were being starved to death by a very wicked and cruel world, spearheaded by Awolowo, everybody looked on and did nothing. Instead of them to help us, they ensured that our absolute blockade from land, air, and sea was absolute, that we may die, that the children of God may die. But lo and behold, Chukwuabiama determined that we cannot die, that we cannot perish.
Why you get holy, Mr. Producer?
Ipob, one way only, all we need is freedom. All we need is freedom. All we need is freedom. It's not about us to be together. It's not about us to be together. All we need is freedom. All we need is freedom. It's not about us to be together. Naturally, Biafra go. Naturally, let my people go. Naturally, Biafra go. Naturally, my people go. Naturally, my people go. Yeah, let my people go. Yeah. Wake up this morning and look in the sky. All I see is rising sun. Wake up this morning and look in the sky. All I see is rising sun. Obodo Chukwu Choloma, Obodo Chukwu na Dolura, the land of the rising sun. Yeah, let my people go. Yeah, let my people go. Ekele na dekalo, for making us to know what freedom is all about. Yeah, ekele na dekalo, for making us to know what freedom is all about. What freedom is all about. Yeah, ekele na dekalo, making us to know what freedom is all about. Blessing ata holu mekelegi yo, opakise mukisike, onyama Biafra dinemo. We are not fighting for war, but freedom. All we need is freedom. Holu mekelegi yo, onyama debo holu mekelegi yo, olu nekuri holu mekelegi yo. All we need is freedom. All we need is freedom. All we need is freedom. It's not by force to be together. We are not fighting for war. We are fighting for freedom. Let my people go. Let my people go. Let my people go. I will be one family. Let my people go. Live together as one. Let my people go. Can never be banished. Let my people go. No matter what the devil may do. Let my people go. Keep on going higher. Let my people go. We are one love. Let my people go. Umuchuko kikabiama. Let my people go. Nande kalo. Let my people go. Eji mohira wase. Let my people go. Obasibi elike bagu. Let my people go. Eba opoleno. Let my people go. I said that all over. Let my people go. Onye neche vise no kiso. Let my people go. Whether devil like it or not. Let my people go. Biafra must come. Let my people go. We must be free. Let my people go. Credible you see. Credible you see. Guess me. Anyway. Akwangwa na gwana Biafra ya da guess him no wasi. Guess you na make it a wonder. Guess you can we are going higher. Incredible you see mwabia.
The history of a people, I repeat, is like the stream of life from which the character form and structure of the identity, their backwardness and progress are drawn. It affords the people the platform on which to predict their future. Thus, just as every stream has a source, so every group of people has a beginning.
I had a voice on the radio Biafra, London is the mouthpiece of the Biafrans. Nandekan is his name. He made a vow to fight the end till our nation Biafra is restored. We love him, he's our mentor. Biafra is for real. Yeah. We'll keep on fighting till the end.
Anything you hear on radio is the gospel truth.
I had a voice fighting the air. Sunday like a thunder, calling for my freedom. Yeah, now I come. I had a voice fighting the air, telling me to listen. Biafra freedom is me. It's telling me Biafra is my love. Biafra is my home. Biafra is my home. It's telling me Biafra is my name. Biafra is my name. Biafra is my home, my home, my home. For many years after the war, yeah, we be praying to Kike to give us a good leader in Biafra land to replace Ojukwu. Until I wake up one day, one morning, I tune to my radio 102.1 FM, radio, Biafra. All I had is
The
loud
people cannot predict
voice
the
of
future if they do not know their past.
freedom. Yeah. Nandekano's voice, I had the voice fighting, yeah. Sounding like a thunder, calling for my freedom, yeah. Now I come, I had the voice fighting, yeah. Telling me to listen, Biafra freedom is play, yeah. It's telling me, Biafra is my home, Biafra is my home, Biafra is my home, my home. It's telling me, Biafra is my home, Biafra is my home, Biafra is my home, my home, my home. I had a voice I didn't hear, sounding like a thunder, calling for my freedom, yeah. Now I come, I had a voice I didn't hear, telling me to listen, Biafra freedom is play, yeah. It's telling me, Biafra is my home, Biafra is my home, Biafra is my home, my home. It's telling me, Biafra is my home, Biafra is my home, Biafra is my home, my home. It's telling me, Biafra is my home, Biafra is my home, Biafra is my home, my home. It's telling me, Biafra is my home, Biafra is my home, Biafra is my home, my home, my home.
My name is Nnamdi Kanu. I am the leader of the indigenous people of Biafra all over this very planet Earth. For the rest of my life, be a loyal and dedicated servant of the wonderful people of Biafra. We will serve you. We will not let you down. We are not going to retreat 1 inch. We will not surrender. Biafra will come.
He say, Biafra we come, Biafra we come, eh. We want the microphone, Shakaman Kurubito, yeah.
Yes, once again, fellow Biafrans, lovers of freedom, men and women of goodwill, conscious people, wherever you are all over the world, if you are a Biafran and yet to realize how unique you are, I could only pray that God will help you to realize this truth on time. This is Radio Biafra Extra. We are streaming live through Radio Biafra London. Radio Biafra London is being anchored by the deputy leader of the indigenous people of Biafra. His name is MAZI Ukafomefo. He is from Abatete. Abatete is in Anambra State. And Anambra State is Biafra land. MAZI Ukafomefo is the man who has simply assured us that he will not allow the heart of this project to see corruption. He is standing in a deputizing capacity on behalf of our supreme leader, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, the prince of Afar Ibeku, heir to the throne of Ibeku kingdom. Ibeku is in Umuahia. Umuahia is in Abia State. Abia State is Biafra land. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu remained the one and the only man who stood up to speak for the collective interests of the Biafran people for almost 60 years now. And by the grace of Chukwukike Abiyama, he commanded the loyalty of the Biafran people across the globe. But one day you will understand the implication behind everything we have done here. And by the grace of Chukwukike Abiyama, I remain George Onyeibe. I am from Abo. Abo is in Delta State. And Delta State is Biafra land. We must acknowledge the creator. His name is Chukwukike Abiyama. His name is Tamono. His name is Urisepirigwe. His name is Abasi. Because there is nothing that we have that didn't come from him. There is nothing that we can boast for except that which he has given to us. We move with tenacity, with confidence, assurance, knowing fully well that which we seek for is not just within our grasp, but it's with us. And there is nothing anybody can do about it. We do not boast because we understand that anybody fighting against Biafra, you are simply fighting against the Creator. And I humbled myself and I said to him, El Shaddai, El Shaddai, Elohim and Adonai, age to age was still the same, by the power of your name. El Shaddai, El Shaddai, Elohim and Adonai. Lord, I lift and praise you high. El Shaddai. Anyị na-aja gị mma o, n'ihi na ị mara mma ya. Ịhụnanya anyị na gị, obiọma gị, o juru anyị anya dadị o. Ịmakwa na enwe gị mgbanwe o, ọ dịghị onye dị ka gị. Ị bụ Alfa na Omega. Anyị niile na-asị na ịdị mma o. Ise. You know, in my dialect, it is Ise. But Ise, it is the same thing. But of course, we must continue. I must call upon your attention, Biafrans, wherever you are this morning. This is a call to save our fatherland. It is a call to save our fatherland. This very battle we are involved in, it didn't start today. You see, when they talk about the Igbo man, the Ijaw man say he's not the Igbo man. The Ibibio man say he's not the Igbo man. The Efik, the Anam, the Ogoni, they say they are not Igbo man. Please understand. If Iheroha man will tell you he's not an Igbo man, if Abo man will tell you he's not an Igbo man, this should begin to make you to question certain things you're being taught. Our leaders say the history of a people, it's just like your root. If you don't know where you are coming from, there is no place you will tell me you know where you are going to. That is why British looked at us and said to us, you are South. Coming from the South, going to the South. But let me tell you, when you hear the word, the Igbo, the Yoruba call it the Igbo. IBO. And some say it's Igbo. But whatever way you choose to pronounce it, this is a people. A people who has been here before aliens took over our earth. But you won't understand. But we will remain here. For in the end, the very fabric from which essence the world is created lives in our DNA. I won't confuse you further. But this morning, it is a call to save your nation. As far as history of Nigeria is concerned, we as Biafran people are only left with the history, with the memory of conspiracy, with the memory of betrayal targeted against us as a people. To that which they do to Igbo man, they do to Ijaw man. But I thought Ijaw is not Igbo. The same thing they did to Ijaw man, they did to Ogoni. But I thought Ogoni is not Igbo. The same thing they did to Ogoni, they did to Andoni. But I thought Andoni is not Igbo. And the same thing they did to Andoni, they did to Idoma. They do to Iyala. The same thing happened to Ugoja, to Bobora, to Tinapa, to Igala. The same thing happened to Aboman, Urobo Isekiri. And then, if we are not all Igbo from the origin, if that was our name, because I understand the Igbo is a degenerated language because it comes in two forms, either Ndimbu or the Hebrews, which is degenerated. You know, they know how to readjust name to Igbo, as you call us today. But to Robo Ishekili, Efikenami, Bibio, wherever you come from as Biafra, your history can only be traced back to Unli and Arode. But I won't go there further because I want to make you understand that there is a need to save our fatherland. We were here before they came. It was in 1438, rather 1434, the Portuguese landed on the Holy Land. Let me tell you something. There are a lot of things they say God did, which if we begin to reason it as human, we will blame God. But who are we to do that? The Philistines, who now answer Palestinian, the Bible says that God told the Israelites to kill all the Philistines in the days of King Saul of Tarsus. King Saul, rather, they should kill all the Philistines and spare no one. King Saul went and reserved the king of the Philistines, fine women among others. He didn't kill them according to what he said in the Bible. And he came to God and said, I have done your bidding. I have killed everyone. But I reserve these fine cows. And Samuel said to him, no, God's instruction is to wipe them out. This incident didn't occur once, but repeatedly. The children of Israel, according to the Bible, never completely executed the enemies of the people of Israel, according to the Bible. And God said to them, that since you refuse to wipe these people out, you disobeyed my word, there will be a pin in your axe, a needle in your eye. They will torment you. And then at the end of the day, they moved on. But the enemy didn't move on. Today, the Philistines changed their name to Palestinian. And then somebody think that if I'm from Palestine, having read the Bible, that I will forgive an Israel man. No. But if as a Palestinian you refuse to forgive an Israel man, do you think the Creator will forgive you? No. Because if it is the Creator desire that you will be wiped out, you will truly be wiped out. Now for your information, all these problems started because some people are angry with God. Not because they are angry with you, Igbo man. They are angry with God, and your father served God. And that is why we will tell you about Yoruba church. Be very careful. That is where we got it all wrong. That is where we made mistake. This is where we committed our sin. How can they be the people of God when God wants to take over our land? You don't know what the Arabian nation fought for. But he take the crusaders to save Israel from jihadists. He take Ekumeku to save you, Biafra, from this evil. I said at exactly 1434, they went in search of every one of us. The Hebrews were the targeted people in the earth. They came for us. The Israel today may be a sovereign nation to a certain extent, but they are envy of the world. A lot of people will destroy them. Here we are, isolated in Biafra land. They are not backing down. The Portuguese came first. They carried out their heinous crime and atrocity against us as a people. And then the Dutch came. And after some time, maybe 50, 30 years later, the English came. The English are still here. They don't want to go. The knowledge of this has always kept our fathers on their heels. The knowledge of the Hebrew coming to, the Portuguese coming to our land, the Dutch coming to our land, the English coming to our land just to kill us. Because somewhere in the Bible or in the Quran, it is written that curse is Ishmael and bless is Isaac. And then the descendant of Ishmael simply say, I will wipe away the descendant of Isaac. Because it is written therein that Ishmael's sword will be against all men, and all men's sword will be against Ishmael. This is how it all began. I don't like complicating issues, but I like hitting the nail on the head. Our fathers has always been on their heels, trying to save the nation, their fatherland. There was a reason that our mothers protested and they were killed. It was in 1929. The level of injustice was unimaginable and unbearable. The English was responsible. British government. Our sister who called yesterday in one of our programs said, our women are power. Not just our women. But if I tell you the black woman is a god, and somebody will say, then who is Chukwu Kikabiama? But do not let yourself to be deceived, because the Bible says ye are gods. If the black woman actually know the power that is in them, most of them will control men today, and they will rule the universe. Only few women, black women, were able to attend to this potential. I may not agree with Fulani, Awasa, but they are blacks in the end of the day. But history will always remember people like Kwenamena. But they never tell us about the Biafran mothers who did exploits. They obliterated their name. But we shall give them a name and we shall remember them. But we must continue so you understand where it all began. The black women were power. I want to start from 1929. They call it about women riot. But that name was actually to undermine their stand, the stance of our mother. It is not a riot. It's a protest. They simply protested and drew the line between the government of imperialists, the terrorists in our land, defending the men from the British government. They were shot by the British in 1929. There was a reason that led to our fathers to protest in Enugu, and they were killed. And it should be in 1949. If I'm not mistaken. But yet there was another issue that occurred that led to the Igbo massacre, 1945. And then in 1966, another pogrom took place. And Ojukwu couldn't bear this. He knew it was time to rise and defend your fatherland. That led to the genocidal war that have left millions of Biafrans dead. The genocide. This war claimed over 10 million. The world are pretending they know nothing about it. They tell you about the Rwanda genocide, the Jewish Holocaust, and so on and so forth. But they are running away from the truth. The Biafran genocide, aided and abetted by British government, supported by Russia, Egypt, and so many countries in the war, and being still promoted by so many of them. Indirectly, any country stealing the resources of Biafra land are part of the people who are working hard to impoverish us as a people, and so that we are gone. Remember, I start giving you our history. From the very day Portuguese put their land, stepped their feet in our land. It was that year, 1434. Having considered this, there were procedures targeted to emasculating us. When I mean emasculation, crippling us completely, to deprive us of every right as a human. This accompanied with frustration, intimidation, as you can see today, harassment and oppression, injustice, coupled with the indiscriminate killing, which is characterized or manifested on daily basis in the Nigerian state, all in an attempt to weaken us as a people. And so for more than 90 years, and I mean since 2019, since rather 1929 till today, is approximately a little more than 90 years. And so from 90 years, these people says they refuse to be tired. They said they will never be tired. They show no remorse of their heinous crime against us as a people. Neither is there any sign of repentance coming from them. We are the one that are supposed to be angry, but they are the one that is filled with rage and anger. When you see the Yoruba man conspiring with the Fulani man to destroy the Robo man, the Shekiri man, the Ijaw man, the Bibi man, and the rest of them, the Igbo man, you begin to wonder, what did we do to Yoruba? When you see the Fulanis and the Hausa gallivanting everywhere in Biafra land, and they are looking for, oh, we're going to kill Inyamere, we're going to kill Igbo. You begin to wonder, what have we done to them? They are the one that passionately and vigorously working hard for 90 years now to destroy us as a people. Working assiduously to wipe us out, even more than British government. That's why the fact that British government is behind all these things. But of course, their mission is clear. Their agenda is certain. For no reason we stand as a threat to them. And they see the reason why we must be stopped. Biafrans must understand that by every means necessary, we must stand up against this. I want you to calm down, study Yoruba, study Hausa Fulani. Amadu Bello said, this Nigeria, as far as I can remember, I know nothing about it. But rather we must see it as our forefather, extended estate of our forefather. We must destroy the Igbo. We must kill them and never allow them to be in control of their life. For we shall use the middle belt as a willing tool. And this will remain as far as we can foresee. This is Fulani of one Nigeria. Awolowo and the rest of them, we are shouting to the world and say Nigeria is like oil and water that can never miss. We don't want Nigeria. And British government said to them, don't worry. Accept Nigeria. You can't defeat the Igbos. We will support you. We have our allies. Do they call themselves G32? Do they call themselves United Nations? Do they call themselves European Union? What name do they call themselves? British say we have them as ally. We have BBC and CNN to destroy them. We will help you. They did. They gave the Yoruba monopoly over the media. And then they are the one writing our history. They give the Hausa Fulani monopoly over killing. They have the right to kill you. That is why you see them everywhere in Biafra land. They are warriors. They are killing. And then they accepted one Nigeria. All these things kept our fathers on the hill. And for almost 90 years, we've been fighting for survival. But believe me, IPOB is not here to fight for survival. We are here to fight for domination. For we must truly take our life back. The German will have to enjoy the God-given resources in their land. The Igbo man must be allowed to tap into the potential that is buried in his brain. And all of us, we must be allowed to live our life. But even at this, some of our people really don't understand why we are here. 90 years on, we're still fighting for survival. But the question is, what must we do? On the other hand, we must keep on fighting. What must we do? Do we compromise? Now understand, we are not that stupid. If they want to Islamize us, we can willingly turn to Muslim. And I tell you, in the next 10 years, we will look like Fulani more than the Fulani man. Try us. If we want to be Yoruba, if we give them another 10 years, we will look like Yoruba more than the Yoruba. And then from within, we will destroy them. It's not our style. Now, I'm sending this direct signal to Hausa, Fulani, and Yoruba. That thing you are looking for, we will give it to you. But then your people would have been gone. But it's not our style. You want us to be Muslim, we will become Muslim. More Muslim than you. You want us to become Fulani. In the next 10 years, every Igbo man, every Jaw man, every Biafra man will look like Fulani, more than the Fulani. You don't have sense. Yoruba, if we work on you on 10 years, we will take over Ekiti land. We will take over Ife land. Because you will not know who is Igbo man anymore or who is a Yoruba man. We have all this agenda in place. But this is not the will of God. For his commandments are written in our mind. When I hear about Boko Haram, it is because you have not seen Biafra Haram. Boko Haram are so stupid and hopeless, clueless, babu and monkey. Misguided fellas, I should say. But I can assure you that when you see Biafra Haram, there will be no middle ground to negotiate. What do we do? On the other hand, I just want to try and talk as calmly as I can, because if I don't tell you Satan, I will fire you. And don't consider me as a gentleman, because I am not. When I see the Islamization organization, we will give you what you look for, on the other hand. But we understand this is not the will of the Creator. Live and let's live. What have we done to these people? Exactly. What have we done to Hausa and Yoruba? If we own any property in Yoruba land, in Fulani Hausa land, we work for it. We earned it. We labored for it. We paid the price. We've not taken anybody's land. But yet, they are the one undermining us as a people. Honestly, what have we done? We bought over the whole of Abuja. Yeah, they took it from us under the law. But we are still moving on. And some of our people are still stupidly and foolishly buying properties in the north. Forgetting that no Northerners buy property in Biafra land. This is it. No Yoruba buy property in Biafra land. They use church to steal it. I want you to think about it. What shall we do in a situation like this? It looks impossible. But this is not an issue to discuss or to debate about. Because in the end, Biafra must come. Biafra must come. And so we keep fighting for freedom. We keep fighting for liberation. We keep pushing hard, believing that one day, these people will regain their senses. Anybody holding Biafra down is insane. British government, they are insane. They will soon come back to their senses. We keep fighting. And in the midst of it, most of you said, we are tired already. In fact, most of us are tired already. Some of you are tired. I see some people, they used to be very vibrant. But today, they've gone back, according to our leader, to hide under their wife wrapper. And that is why there are many people I have regard for. Any day I wake up and I see them on Facebook, I know Biafra will come. Just the same way our leader said, as far as we hear Radio Biafra, as far as we come on air every day, Biafra must come. And some of you are tired. You are tired. And as a result, you hide under different excuses. The reason why, or the ground upon which you justify your weakness. And so most of us are looking for excuse. Well, we must not fight on. No, now I can't join Ipob. How can they tell us to take oath? They want to violate my conscience. I'm a Christian, but I am Reverend George Onyeibe as well as the high priest of Abenokwabe. Stop looking for excuse. I am the high priest of Igbesu. Stop looking for excuses. Asawana, wana. But you won't understand these things. You are tired already. Just 90 years. And you're not even up to 60, 70 years. You are tired. And now you are looking at excuse. Some people say it just don't make sense. I don't understand. It doesn't make sense. But it does. Yorubas were very powerful on the media before now. BBC and CNN were very powerful when it comes to blackmailing us as a people. But I dare them this day. Let them make one mistake and bring out one foot out. And you can just up babili woko. Where we put heka and you just up babili weka. Where we put hoko and you just up babili woko. But we only have Radio Biafra. Radio Biafra London. Yoruba Gota media now have been properly indoctrinated on how to carry out journalism. Of course, they still lie. But they lie in a hurry. They don't burst tenaciously and stupidly lie because we are here to debunk them. British government now, through the same indirect deception method, lie. But we are here. There will be no hiding place for any of them. And to you, it doesn't make sense. For the first time for over 90 years, no British terrorists have stepped their foot on our land except to steal. They don't come for diplomatic tour. Then, all of a sudden, one useless British prostitute. I'm not sure prostitute Flora Shaw came here. And then they called this one lower British commissioner. She came to Biafra land. But yet it doesn't make sense to you. All of them are hiding now in the curtain. They are listening. But don't worry. We will grant your wish. But we can assure you to not end in your own terms. But I'm talking to Biafrans. Most Biafrans feel we should just keep quiet and leave it for God. Let's just forget about it. God understand. God will do what He's going to do. But let me tell you, God will not do for man what man should do for themselves. For in the end, there is a difference between knowing the path and walking the path. Most of you know what we are supposed to do to get Biafra. But believe me, you do not have what it takes. You can't walk on that path. Forever we remain indebted to our supreme leader Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, because not only did he saw the part, he walked the part. IPOB is walking the part. God never said, I'm going to protect you, you will not see trouble. Yes, he said he will protect us, but he never said challenges will not come. He said you will walk through the fire, you may walk through the ocean, the sea, you will walk in the desert, you will walk in perilous time like we are as a people, but he said I will be with you. But most of you feel, let's just keep quiet and move ahead. But you only feel this way because your brain is under one shrine in Yoruba church. You can't reason properly, believe me. We're not insulting you. We're trying to deliver you. You are no longer normal. If anybody has ever told you this will be solved by prayers, they lie to you. You are saying, let's leave it for God because one Yoruba pastor deceived you. This is not true. You must wake up. This is why we are against the Yoruba church. We're not against Christianity, but not the Yoruba. These are hired assassins. They are contractors. Every Yoruba pastor, TB Joshua, see miracle of heaven and angel Michael, but he didn't see miracle that made the synagogue church to collapse and kill many people. Nigerian government have used money to pay off all the dead bodies in synagogue church. You will never hear about them because you are there in Oyedepo and Edebuyi. But where we are waiting for them is that all of them will not have successor. The ministry of Yoruba colonization in the life of Biafra will end with Adeboye, Kumuye, Oyedepo, all of them, all the Yoruba church, Odukoya, TB Joshua, all Yoruba pastor, bamboozling our people in the name of church. Your ministry end with all of you. Just watch and you will see no successor. Who is going to succeed Adeboye? We are waiting for you. Who is going to succeed Odukoya? We are waiting for you. Who is going to succeed TB Joshua? We are waiting for all of you. Let the heavens and the earth shake. The company, the ministry called church, Yoruba church, spell over your life will break. It will end with these people. But even these people, before they will be lowered in the grave, guilt will kill them, for we will never forgive them. One of them is in Asurok. Look at his life. You will understand how Adeboye behave, how Kumuyi behave. I don't hide it. Raise up your prayer warriors. Let's see if they can be able to pray against me. None of you can remove one single hair from my body. And you are shameless and you are a Biafra. You are worshiping under Yoruba church. Something is wrong with you. And so at the end of the day, you're very stupid and you say, let's just leave it for God. God will do it. And then you wake up in the morning, as holy as you are, as pure as you are, you begin to sing. Because the Yoruba pastor have said that to you. You begin to pray. Oh, my ancestral sin. Oh, my ancestral sin. Oh, my ancestral sin. My ancestors, my old ancestors never sinned. I'm not a sinner. Believe me. But we will change your orientation and mindset. We do not mourn ourselves. Some of you, you think, anyway, it's not now. Biafra will not come now. Let's leave Biafra. It's not now. Later on, it may be in the future. You are not okay. And all that think, maybe it should be. It shouldn't be Nnamdi Kanu. Yes, we're going to free ourselves, but let it not be Nnamdi Kanu. Let it be Willie Obiano, David Umahi, Uguanye, Rogers Ukurocha, Amechi Nwike. But look at all these people. Their light is dimming already. Their light will snuff out even before we come. Rogers is not that formidable again. We hardly hear about him. Typical Amechi is sleeping with one Yoruba woman now. He's quiet. But we are still here. But it shouldn't be Nnamdi Kanu. Maybe it should be Atiku. Atiku should come and fight for Biafra for us. And then some will say, we are not yet ready. We are not yet ready. Let's be doing it. Let's be doing it. It's not yet time. Holy are you, Lord. All creation adore thee. Holy are you, Lord. We worship your majesty. Holy is the Lord. Holy is the Lord that was slain. And then, if you fall under any of this category, if you fall under any of the category of these people, I call upon you this morning, you have to rethink now or never. Can't you see that in Nigeria, that there is nothing left for us? In Nigeria, what exactly what is the plan they have for us? There is no hope for us there. Can't you see the Hausa, Fulani and the Yoruba has never relented one day when it comes to destroying us as a people? I want you to sit back. Those of you in diaspora, project what is happening in Nigeria. Those of you in Nigeria and the zoo called Nigeria, monitor them on daily basis. Hausa, Fulani, Yoruba and the British government, they are conspiring against us as a people. They never relent one day. And then why should you relent? Why should you relent? I'm calling upon you, Biafrans. Consider your way. Consider your ways and take advantage of this opportunity set before you by IPOB and fight for the liberation of our land. Great men are born once in a century. And today here we are. Privilege, I must tell you. Privilege, I must tell you. To have IPOB. I tell people, IPOB simply answer to our prayers. And as such, we're not relenting. You're not backing down. We're not slacking. We will continue to push down. Wake up, Biafran. Rise up, Biafran. Consider the sacrifice that have been made on our behalf before now, and ensure that the sacrifice of our foreign heroes will never be in vain. I've tried to be a gentleman this morning, but I don't intend to remain this way, because I would have told you that thunder will fire you, Buhari is a lunatic, and then Poster in Aso Rock, and all those 419 politicians and senators are evil and they are demon, and God will punish British government for what they've done to us. But I choose not to do that this morning. Biafrans, wake up. Biafrans, wake up. We've been fighting this war like every other war since 1434. The very first day the Portuguese placed their foot in our land. And decades later, we are still there. But believe me, we will not relent. We must fight to the end. We must fight to the finish. We must fight till there is nothing more left to fight.
Since 1914 to date, up to 15 million Biafrans has been killed and massacred by the Islamic Republic of Nigeria. And do you know that Nigeria is a zoo, a creation of a white man, and it has expired? We must fight to the end and know the truth. Now we must win this battle and no surrender. Yes, we be dying, now we be crying. That's for freedom all we need. To look at the Adama, God save us. Cause the children call on you. Biafra must to be free from bondage. Biafra must to be free from killings. Biafra must to be free from Nigeria. Biafra must to be free from slavery. Our Father in heaven, hallowed be thy name. May thy kingdom come on earth, O Biafra. The time is now, all you fight on you formidable soldiers. I can see the lights at the end of the tunnel. Victory is sure, no giving up, we are marching to the promised land. All you say no to one Nigeria. All you say no to pretend. All you say no to divide and rule. We say no to selfish ourselves. Listen, Nigeria jaga jaga, everything scatter scatter. My people suffering and dying, so remains for my heart. See Yoruba, Hausa, Boko Haram killing us. Every day we be dying like a slaves. Give me freedom, want to freedom, wanna be free, free like a bird in the skies. Biafra's all over the world they cry. Now we call it rescue us to Biafra. We must fight to the end. I know the truth. Now we must win this battle. And no surrender. Biafra must still be free, free from bondage. Biafra must still be free from Nigeria. It's time for revolution for the land of the rising sun. It's time for revolution for the nation of Biafra. It's time for revolution for the land of the rising sun. It's time for revolution for the nation of Biafra. We must fight to the end. I know the truth. Now we must win this battle. And no surrender. Biafra must still be free from bondage. Biafra must still be free from guilt. Biafra must still be free from Nigeria. Biafra must still be free from slavery. We be dying, now we be crying. Biafra freedom, all we need. You walk in there, Abiyama gon save us. 'Cause your children call on you.
Biafra must be free. Whether you wake up or not, Biafra must be free. But we are telling you what we are saying. We are saying what we are saying because it may be on the expense of your generation. Wake up, Biafra. There is no higher calling. There is no more noble vocation more than to fight for the freedom of your people. It started for as far as we can remember. And then, which means there are men and women who truly value our ancestors, who truly value us as a people, who are still pure breed, and by their fruit, we know them. You are Biafran anywhere in the world, you are yet to join IPOB. I'm sorry we can't help you. May God have mercy on you. But while you still have the time, send us your name, your location, your phone number on our WhatsApp line, which is 070 815 456 42. 070 815 456 42. Our lines are open already. Our direct line is 081 221 529 71. 081 221 529 71. And the direct or special number meant for the female is 081 288 586 14. Don't let anybody deceive you. If we fail to fight to restore Biafra, I can assure you nobody will. But as far as there are men and women that will walk on this earth, Biafra must be free. Biafra must be restored. Make no mistake about it. Arise, save the next generation of Biafra. For Yoruba, Hausa, Fulani, they are not relenting. Call out the line, your name and where are you calling from?
Hello?
Good morning from here, your name and where are you calling from? We must continue. We must remain focused. We are going home.
Hello, good morning.
Good morning from here, your name and where are you calling from?
My name is Onyeibe. I'm calling from Olo, Biafra.
Go ahead, please.
I thank God for today.
I would advise you
Okay,
to turn
Biafra.
down your
Okay,
radio.
Biafra. All
Turn
over the
down your
world.
radio. Turn down your radio. Turn down your radio.
Okay. Let me do that. I've done that.
Go ahead, please.
Okay, Biafra all over the world. I'm the most happiest person speaking to Biafra all over the world. I've heard all you said. Our God, Almighty Shuku Okike Abiyama, is to be praised. I thank God for Nnamdi, who God has sent to restore Biafra. When I was in Cameroon, I was addressed as a Biafra, not a Nigerian. And that is why I had the voice of our leader and I joined the struggle. That is the forest of the voiceless. That is the name I call him. Based on what you have said, this is time for us to fight to the end. And we'll do that for restoration of the land of Biafra. All hail Biafra. Remain blessed.
You Biafra, we must continue. Caller on the email line, your name and where are you calling from?
Good morning.
Good morning from here. Go ahead, please.
Yes, my beloved Judge Onyeibe, my name is Onyeibe. It's been so difficult that I thank God this morning. If any line, I want to say that you are born to do what you are doing. And when you took to carry a making, at the casino, when you open the what kind of money in our staff, none the carrot people. They think, or happy thing, to make a way with the clue where one you can and now, only when the way. Come when you can never know. What kind of London, the nation. Last Wednesday, I was a line, a prayer request from the parliament. Even in our member, I had no Buddha. You could tie had no Buddha. Whoever was that, one of them is a bed for up of Biafra. Not about up of Biafra, but what he has said.
Unfortunate, very unfortunate, we lost our mother. And if she can still go back, I'll be happy. Biafra must come. But how it's going to come is entirely left to those who think they are holding us down. We have no fear for atomic energy because none of you can stop the time. We're not shifting any ground. We will make sure Britain will not know the location of any oil well. We will make sure that those of you who work in Shell, Chevron, Egypt, Eni, Saipan, in the dearest future, you will look like a terrorist before the global community. Let Biafra go now that you have the time. Caller on WhatsApp, are you still there?
I'm here, MAZI. Good morning, MAZI.
Thank you for holding on. Go ahead, please.
Yeah, good morning, fellow Biafrans. My name is Obimone Chirike. I'm from Widi, Ondolu Province, Biafra land. I'm calling from the state of Israel. MAZI, there is something you said on your topic this morning that I want to talk about. You said that if we choose to be Islamized, that is not going to be easy.
I don't know what is coming for them.
Well, tell them to ask the Vatican people. Yes, let them ask the Vatican people. They teach us about God, they teach us about holiness, they teach us everything. But today they are pushing us out. Our people have qualified more than what it takes to become the Pope of the Vatican, but they are rejecting us now. They teach us Latin, but today we speak Latin more than them. They teach us what it takes to become a saint, but our people who died are qualified more than a saint, but they don't want to make us saint again. So let Hausa and Yoruba and Nigeria, let them be looking towards that area, that if we choose to become Muslim, it's not going to be easy. We'll be killing and be taking 10 virgins to heaven. Also, let them ask the Yoruba gospel singers. MAZI, before, if we want to worship God, we'll be singing, wah, 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 ulu, wah, wah. We'll be knocking our head on the ground. But today, what happened? If you never sing Ogenedo, you never worship God. We look at them and we take over from them. So if they allow us to be Islamized, we will take over from them and work for them from underground. MAZI, one thing, when we are talking about all these things, people will not understand us. They will think that we are undermining the religion or one thing or the other. But I've read the Bible so many times when I was young. I win so many awards for Bible quiz. In fact, MAZI, I've read the Bible so much that this infant baptism, I've never seen it in the Bible. I know you are a pastor. I don't know whether it is in the Bible or was it something that they brought in order to confuse us. Because when you look at it, when a child is so small, they will take the child and baptize the child. And when they baptize the child, they give the child another name. And when you go to school, from primary school, you'll be using that name that your parents did not give you. when you grow up, it's very, very difficult for you to change that name. But you know that in my village now, when you go to my village and ask about Emmanuel, nobody knows me as Emmanuel in my village. And when you come to the school, to my old boys and ask about Chibike, nobody knows me as Chibike. It's just like my name does not exist in the village. My name does not exist in my fellow old boys association. So Mazi, it's high time we look inwards and know what we do about ourselves. For the Hausa and Fulani and the British that is coming for us, Mazi, the time will come when we learn what that thing they know and work through them on the underground. Thank you very much, Mazi. God bless you.
Our people must understand. This is something we cannot give up on. We can't back down. Morning, my brother. Your name and where are you calling from?
I'm calling from Iguacha.
Go ahead, please.
MAZI Onyeibe. I've been calling you over 1 year now, but I'm not been able to get you. This morning, I'm very happy to get you. Onyeibe, I thank you for the work we are doing, your sacrifices. Your sacrifices. We are very happy. Me and my family, my wife is here, my children are sleeping. We have sacrificed a lot for the restoration of Biafra, your sleepless nights. Okay, my name is Master Mokolo from Onyeibe. Ndokwa is that Okwane, Delta State, Biafra land. I reside in Gorokiri, Iguacha. I belong to Patatare, Zontere Iguacha. Onyeibe, I am grateful to you. I thank you for your sacrifice. I've been listening to you. May God, may Chukwu bless you. Bless your family. Bless your wife. And bless the womb that gave birth to you. Any evil hand eye that look upon you shall be blind. We shall walk. We shall walk to restore Biafra, and Biafra shall be restored. Do you know, I had a sister, Blessing, that's Ngozi. When I came to Port Harcourt, we started, Mina introduced me to the Father Church. We started attending. Could you believe that my sister stayed here up to 38 years without marriage because of the adoption?
She is married to Jesus.
She just married.
She is married to Jesus. That is why.
And now, yes. Do you know what they did? They now went and arranged a cripple and brought to my sister. When they brought him to my village, my mother said, God forbid over my dead body. They said, before they were telling her that you are married to Jesus Christ, you are married to Dick. But I don't know when our people will be sensible to know that these people, they are playing politics and they are not taking anybody to heaven. Because if you read the Bible makes us to understand for truth. But these people, they are deceiving our people. If you go to Yoruba land today, 90% I live in Yoruba at Ajandadi, Junadu Street. That's where I was brought up before I came to Port Harcourt. I know that if you go there, 90% of Yoruba are Muslims. And the 90% of the operators that are coming from our Biafra land. And they will tell you that our people have ancestral spirits, ancestral causes, they want to do this, they want to do that, but they are not being able to convert their people to God. Rather, their people are going for Islam. Onyeibe, I thank you because this your preaching has opened the eyes of the people and turned them back to the Chukwu Dema.
We must continue. We lost that caller. Yes, caller, the line, your name and where are you calling from? It's unfortunate. Go ahead, please.
Yeah. Onyeibe, good morning again.
Good morning, ma. I'm happy you are able to call back. Go ahead, please, ma.
Yeah. My dear, what is happening? You can imagine if a church here, Canterbury, organized to send an imposter to our country with $530 million, and they told us they are Christians. Do you understand me? And even that if I in IPOP, or when they say they are from India, or when they say Obodo fire Lolo retire down, Manoboda Gugu. Ote Gochuku de Zikomi to Abara, Wataram, so you can be Chineke if any Manakita, on a MAZI. Okay, Mandana, please, and I say we go over the phone.
Of course.
Makaben Joka Buni, Bundi, the Father, the Mok and the Bar, Yoruba, Wababa, no Kandocha. 98% from the Ocha. All government with an prayer request for the parliament. I the Catala, so I will not appropriate. No one can get them. So if I'm not when I'm, what is again? I mean, I'm out for this face to face. How well we may, I need to I got to be after. Because I'm just in the
Thank you very much.
where is again of every man the camera? It's on my book, and my Bible tells me he that coming from my book is above all. Office which on the top is handpicked. All the people, no. Again, I'm not even give you we are solely behind you people. The heaven is behind us, before us. So because of the seek, oh, God, the leg man, oh, God, the leg man, oh, God, the leg man. Oh, when it's again, you know, my can all you see, Nika, oh, if it's leak, I had that thing for you, if it's a good line. The plan, the who has the financing, upon the chicken the financing, and like the Nika, oh, I will leave you so that others. I'm so happy to get you this morning. I am so happy. God bless you.
Thank you, man.
Good morning, sir. George Onyeibe. My name is Remain Chukwuebuka Omano, the Igala speaking. The guy that called for a day a long time ago.
Go ahead, my brother.
So there is one report I want to just give to our people, those that live in Mbo, precisely. Iseluku police station using vigilante to arrest our people in the evening time. And every time that I just come out on the road to watch what is happening around my side, I see that some security vigilante or common vigilante is helping security to harass our people in the street. For nothing say, I'm trying to reach you since last week, but I could not reach you because of the many call that is handling on the online. So I want you people to broadcast about this thing, because if they allow us here to become something, as our leader say, I don't think that this one will last 6 months that you people used to talking about, because I'm not happy about that. And I'm also use the opportunity to tell my people, Igala speaking, to stand up. George Onyeibe, I will reach you from my own tongue. Igala speaking.
Very much. I'm must continue.
I'm traveling to the Igala speaking today. I will try the elder of my land and the youth to come on air as possible. I'll still reach you before coming on air with my people.
No problem. Thank you very much. We must continue. Our people must understand. When you have information like this, forward it across to the WhatsApp. And this is the time we begin to take the names and data of all these stupid people who call themselves vigilante. They will be there, Fulani herdsmen, Miati Allah, Boko Haram will ravage our community, rape our women without them doing anything. But they know how to do the job of Judas. Bring their name, let us see how stupid their father and their mother is. But we will show them no mercy when the time comes. Call our WhatsApp, are you there?
Yes, good morning, MAZI.
Good morning, go ahead please.
Please, Ipob calling from United Arab Emirates. Biafra. Please, I want to just thank you guys for what you guys are doing. Please, can you permit me to speak in my language of heaven?
Go ahead, please.
Join the IPOB. That is the most important thing. I join the IPOB, I fight out for this thing. Because only carry Biafra. No one known again on Nigeria. King Nigeria again because I join the IPOB with Biafra. Because only come when the Rubuda. Come over the 3 years I'm on Rubuda. When you look at I'm not the one that's never local.
In 1983 or around there, Dubai came to borrow money from Nigeria. Nigeria refused to borrow them money. Dubai came to borrow money from Nigeria under the leadership of late Muhammad Buhari as a military dictatorship. They refused to borrow Dubai money. But I can assure you the resources in only Anambra is more than everything in Dubai. And if Dubai have the right to host the tallest building in the world, if they have the right to develop their land, who is that animal? Who is that lunatic? Who is that madman? Who is that drunk? Who say we do not have the right? to use the same resources that built America, the same resources that built Europe, France, UK, the same resources that built Arab, the resources that built China and Japan. Because none of these people who call themselves world power can have actually claim that the resources stolen from Biafra land has not paved the streets in their land. Why won't we have the right to develop our land with that same resources? Their shame and disgrace will know no bound. Go ahead, please.
MAZI because you like it, but you're Bob and the rule, you like it, but I go. You didn't put out a motor, you will be the man to detect the blood of anybody.
Just the DNA. I don't even want to be paid, free of charge.
Yes,
let them just give me the mandate to work on DNA office, because we can't stay with all this missed, hopeless Yoruba who the blood in our land. Honestly,
I always call you the king of DNA test. Is what I always call you, because I love that. King of DNA test. Thank you very much. Go ahead,
Biafra. Our people must understand it is simple. We are not here to conquer anybody. We are not here to undermine anybody. We are not here to take that which belongs to another. We are here to take our life back, because it has been taken from us. From the very day Portuguese placed their foot on our land, our life has not remained the same again. Was it not 2 days ago Portuguese remembered the Black Day? They celebrated the Black Day. Portuguese are not celebrating the Portuguese Day, but they are remembering the Blacks Day, to remember how they beat Portugal with the resources stolen from Biafra land. And some black people will eat rice and drink tea with them, that they are remembering Black Day. What are they remembering us for? Persecuted people, foolish people, stupid people. They need to come up and show remorse, because the table is turning already, and it will not be in their favor this time. Call on WhatsApp. Are you there?
I'm here. Onyeibe.
Good morning, sir. From here. Go ahead, please.
I'm MAZI calling from Malaysia, a student of MAZI Nandekaru. I'm very happy to hear your voice this morning. Thanking my brother that called about our meeting on Sunday. Please, I still want to add voice on it. We have more than how many thousand Biafrans here in Malaysia. But when you come to meeting that day, you will see enough cheer. The way people gather in the Biafra is not the way we gather in our meeting. But I know sometimes crowd sometimes make waves, but sometimes crowd doesn't make waves. Please, brothers, you people should come out. Both our girls, our women, our ladies. I was watching people in Rome, seeing their ladies, their women coming out. But you come to our own national meeting, we will not see how many ladies, 1 or 2, if at all. We will be the locals, the Malaysians are the one coming to our meeting. Malaysian women are the one coming at the front of our meeting, which is very bad.
And tomorrow, those our women in Malaysia will be crying that our men are not marrying them. Please marry all the whole Malaysian women that come to our meeting. Please. Because our people,
well, our women are
the ones, our women in Malaysia that are has help, we do not blame them for the condition they find themselves. But this is the time, everybody, irrespective of how convenient it is for you, we must stand up and defend the honor and the dignity of our ancestors. That in the end, if our life is taken from us, they can never forget us, because the day will come where people will talk about our deed. It shall live on. You can imagine, we don't know the name of those people that were killed by British government in Enugu coal mining in 1949. But their actions that day will never be forgotten. And if you are related to any of those family and you know their name, please bring it up, because we will never forgive them. We will never forget about them, and we will not forgive those who killed them. Go ahead, and sorry for interrupting you, my brother.
No problem, Onyeibe. No problem, my reverend. Yeah, you know, when you talk about people they killed in Enugu code, Osadebe use one of the name of one and sing Onyeibe not the Enugu code in Enugu, no, was young. So when you talk about that code, I remember that music that Osadebe used that man to sing. What I want to say again about the Yoruba and the churches and the Yoruba and their religion. In 1993, 94, 92, 93, there was a riot in Kano State. When that riot started, a woman used Quran and pack sheet after Rehabonki, one evangelism where Rehabonki from US preached, a blind lady got her sight, a Muslim, start shouting Jesus. All sorts of things we had that time. So when this riot started, they start killing people, killing Christians, killing Biafrans. This killing were too much. Ojukwu has to come to Kano. When they come to Kano, go to Ado Bayero Palace. Let Ado Bayero. When they talk finish, Ojukwu asked all our people from 8 years down and women to go home. But from 12, 13 years should stand on your ground in Kano. Since they say it's one Nigeria, every person should start. Where you live is where you belong. Start there. Start the fight there. Do you know we start resisting these people? When these people see that they cannot enter Koporua and the Sabongeri, they start killing the Yoruba Muslim. Onyeibe, they start killing the Yoruba Muslim. Do you know they are singing? What they are singing that day? What it means, say a Yoruba man is a bat. Also, he doesn't live in the up, he doesn't live in the even the one that go Mecca is a bastard. We say, he say even the one that go to Mecca is a bastard. Say they should kill them. Jirigi when they yakawo inyamrishi ne yakawo bierebe. Say the train we carry Igbo man come Kano. Now the same train now carry Yoruba man come. It was not small thing. Do you know Yorubas are coming to Sabongeri?
Yoruba, their own misery, we know no bound. If they know what is going to happen to them, by now Yoruba are the one who is supposed to be calling for division of Nigeria. There is no place you can see any reason to talk good about Yoruba. No way. These people are worse than devil. There is no single act of Yoruba person recorded anywhere other than they are collecting 10% to take us to heaven. The very heaven they don't want to go. Go ahead. We shall know.
Onyeibe, do you know that we start hearing the Bierebe Konamaka Banza say even the one that go to Mecca is a bastard. That is a bat. Also, that when he eat from the mouth, he pull out from the mouth again. That is what they are. Person to call person bat. Even their own Muslim that they are praying with, they are not even happy with them. They are not even happy with them. Yorubas came to rescue where we put fire. Every day we burn in that place. Every day we burn in that place to do what? To secure our people and everything there. Do you know Yorubas are coming refuge? As a refuge to our own side. These Yoruba people that are talking in Kano, anybody that lives in Kano, they know what I'm saying. They are coming there to take refuge. Before we move from there to march out, to go and attack them back again. I get very surprised. So let them stop thinking that these people have anything to give to them. Their jealousy and envy. When Osibanjo, this very Osibanjo, and Osibanjo said the word, he said if he find out that they want to Islamize this country, he will retire. He will sign his resignation letter. What is holding him? What is holding him today? He's still there taking the whole shit. Taking the whole shit to know that these people are nobody. I'm calling our people. Let them stand up. These people they call Fulanis, they know where all of us from. If somebody like Okoko them of Radio Biafra is from. So it's not something of one man. It's something of all of us. It's from where they call Odupani. He has Odupani Junction. This is way to Akampa. This is way to enter from Calabar town. That is where this man came from. A lot of them. This gospel Akpabio. It's Biafra soldiers. Somebody Akpabio. Most of them, if I start calling their names, they are more than thousands. Uncountable. But today, they are the people sitting on top of what their father fight. Without our father to rise up to defend us, I don't think where we will be up to today again. They think they have passed the bridge. That whatever you do must surely come back to you. God.
Thank you very much. And this is where we will be drawing the curtain this morning. Sincere apology to those of you who cannot take their call. And I truly appreciate those of you who are able to call in. Believe me, we are going home. And to go home, every one of us, all hands must be on deck. Don't let anybody deceive you. There is no shadow of turning back. No retreat, no surrender at all. But believe me, it's going to be in two ways. It will end in two ways. Either they allow every one of us to go back peacefully, but then we shall burn down this country in 6 months. And then the world media will write about this very action in the next century. But be rest assured, in the ashes of the zoo called Nigeria, the sovereign nation of indigenous people will rise again. For no British, no European, no America, nobody, no Chinese, no Japan will live in the land of Biafra and still remain human. They shall turn to beast. Because the curse they lay on our land is after them already. And sign off from here. They will know.
Do you know that since 1914 to date, up to 15 million Biafrans has been killed and massacred by the Islamic Republic of Nigeria? And do you know that Nigeria is a zoo, a creation of a white man, and it has expired?
We must fight to the end and know the truth. And we must win this battle and no surrender. Yes, we be dying.